Have you ever thought about how your daily life contributes to the changing climate? It's a question that we all need to ask ourselves as we face the ever-increasing impact of climate change on our planet. The world is getting warmer, and it's happening at an alarming rate. Rising temperatures are more than just an inconvenience. They're a sign that our planet is in distress. These increasing temperatures are not isolated incidents, but part of a global trend that's reshaping our world. Alongside these rising temperatures, we're experiencing unprecedented rainfall. These intense bouts of precipitation are not just a seasonal anomaly, but a symptom of a changing climate. And it's not just the land that's under threat. The seas are also responding to this climate change. Sea levels are rising, swallowing up coastlines and threatening low-lying areas with the prospect of submersion. Yet, amidst this growing concern, some choose to deny the reality of climate change. They dismiss the science, ignore the evidence, and continue to live as if the world is not changing. But denial is not a solution. It may offer momentary comfort, but it does nothing to address the problem at hand. Understanding climate change is not just about recognizing the symptoms, rising temperatures, unprecedented rainfall, and increasing sea levels. It's about comprehending the significance of these changes. It's about accepting that these are not random, isolated events, but part of a larger, more worrying trend. Climate change is more than just an environmental issue. It's a social issue, an economic issue, a political issue. It's an issue that affects us all, regardless of where we live or what we do. Climate change is not a distant problem. It's happening here and now. We cannot afford to ignore it, to deny it, to downplay its significance. We need to acknowledge its reality, understand its implications, and take action to mitigate its impact. After all, the health of our planet is inextricably linked to our own well-being. We must remember, the choices we make today will shape the world we leave for future generations. But what is causing our climate to change? This is a question that's on many minds, and for good reason. At the heart of our changing climate lies the phenomenon of global warming. But what exactly is global warming? In simple terms, it's the gradual increase in Earth's average temperature. While this might not sound like a big deal, even slight changes in our planet's temperature can have significant effects on our climate, leading to more frequent and severe weather events, such as floods and hurricanes. So what's causing global warming? The primary culprit is the excessive emission of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane. These gases trap heat from the sun in our atmosphere, acting like a blanket around the Earth. The more greenhouse gases we emit, the thicker this blanket becomes and the warmer our planet gets. Now, where do these greenhouse gases come from? A lot of it boils down to human activities. Take the burning of fossil fuels, for example. Every time we drive a car, power our homes, or manufacture goods, we burn fossil fuels, releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Deforestation is another major contributor. Trees absorb carbon dioxide. So when we cut them down, we not only lose a natural way of removing this harmful gas from the atmosphere, but we also release the carbon stored in those trees. Industrialization plays a crucial role too. Industries emit a significant amount of greenhouse gases, particularly in developing countries where environmental regulations might not be as strict. Moreover, the energy used in industries often comes from burning fossil fuels, which only adds to the problem. And let's not forget about agriculture. Farming practices such as rice cultivation and cattle rearing produce methane, another potent greenhouse gas. As we can see, our actions have a direct impact on the climate. The choices we make today are shaping the world of tomorrow. Our planet's health is in our hands, and it's up to us to make a difference. What can we do to mitigate the consequences of climate change, such as floods? The answer is multifaceted, but one key aspect is effective flood management. Flood management is a complex task requiring a blend of engineering, environmental science, and social policy. It's not just about building higher walls and barriers, it's about understanding our environment and working with it rather than against it. Firstly, better water management is crucial. This involves everything from how we build our cities to the way we use our agricultural land. It's about making sure that when heavy rainfall happens, the water has somewhere to go. This could mean building more reservoirs and drainage systems, or it could mean restoring natural floodplains and wetlands that can absorb excess water. It's about not just dealing with the symptoms of flooding, but addressing the root causes. Secondly, wildlife conservation plays a key role. Healthy ecosystems are more resilient to extreme weather events. Forests, wetlands, and other natural habitats can act as buffers, absorbing and slowing down floodwaters. They also help to maintain the balance of our planet's water cycle. By protecting and restoring these habitats, we can help mitigate the impact of floods. Lastly, well-planned roads are an important aspect of flood management. Roads can act as barriers, diverting floodwaters away from vulnerable areas. They can also provide vital evacuation routes during a flood. However, if not planned correctly, roads can exacerbate flooding by blocking natural water pathways. Therefore, it's crucial that road planning takes into account potential flood risks. All these measures, when combined, can significantly reduce the damage caused by floods. But to be truly effective, they need to be part of a broader, integrated approach to managing our environment and adapting to climate change. So, in conclusion, effective flood management is about more than just engineering solutions. It's about understanding our environment, protecting it, and planning with it in mind. It's about being prepared and being resilient. And ultimately, it's about working together because climate change affects us all. Effective flood management is a key part of our response to climate change. Are there any successful examples of flood management, you ask? Indeed, there are, and they serve as beacons of hope in a world increasingly threatened by climate change and its consequences. One such beacon is the Netherlands, a country that has become synonymous with successful flood management. More than a quarter of the Netherlands is below sea level, making it particularly vulnerable to floods. But instead of succumbing to this threat, the country has turned it into an opportunity to showcase innovative and effective flood management strategies. The jewel in the crown of the Netherlands' flood management efforts is undoubtedly the Deltaworks. This network of dams, sluices, locks, dikes, and storm surge barriers has been hailed as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. The Deltaworks not only protects the Netherlands from North Sea floods, but it also serves as an inspiring model for other countries. The Deltaworks is more than just a piece of infrastructure. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and resilience in the face of climate change. It shows how proactive planning, robust engineering, and a commitment to safeguarding the environment can turn the tide against floods. But the Netherlands isn't the only success story. From China's sponge cities that absorb rainwater to reduce flooding, to Bangladesh's floating gardens that rise with floodwaters, to Vietnam's mangrove forests that act as natural flood barriers, there are numerous examples of successful flood management around the world. Each of these examples provides a roadmap for other countries to follow, offering practical and innovative solutions to a global problem. These success stories remind us that the fight against floods is not a losing battle. They show us that with the right strategies, we can manage floods effectively. They inspire us to think creatively, act decisively, and work collaboratively. Because, in the end, successful flood management isn't just about infrastructure or technology, it's about people and the choices we make to protect our planet and our future. These examples show us that with the right strategies, we can manage floods effectively. So, what can we do to address climate change and improve flood management? Well, the journey begins with awareness. We need to understand the severity of the situation and the role we play in it. As we've seen, climate change is not just a distant phenomenon, but a present reality, influencing every aspect of our lives, from the food we eat to the weather we experience. The causes are diverse, ranging from excessive emissions of greenhouse gases to deforestation and land degradation. While these issues may seem vast and intimidating, remember, change starts small. It starts with each one of us. By making more sustainable choices in our daily lives, we can contribute to the solution. This could involve anything from reducing our consumption of single-use plastics to supporting renewable energy. When it comes to flood management, we've seen that proactive measures can make a significant difference. The success stories we discussed are testament to the power of innovation and resilience. But these solutions need support. They need us to be engaged citizens, advocating for better policies and infrastructure. Moreover, it's crucial to remember that climate change and flood management are intrinsically connected to other global challenges. Poverty alleviation, natural disaster preparedness, and biodiversity conservation are all part of this complex puzzle. By addressing these issues, we not only help mitigate climate change and manage floods, but we also create a more equitable, resilient world. So what's our role in this? It's to stay informed, to make conscious choices, to demand accountability from our leaders, and to never underestimate the power of collective action. We are not helpless spectators in the face of climate change and flooding. We are agents of change, capable of steering our world towards a sustainable future. Remember, every action counts. Let's take responsibility for our future and work together to address these pressing issues.